All right, back to our breaking news now from Sweden, where the prosecution authority says it will not proceed with its rape investigation into WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. Let's speak to our correspondent Nadim Barber. He's following this from London. So what have the prosecutors been saying, Nadim, about why they're dropping this case, essentially?
Well, the decision has been announced by the Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, Eva-Marie Persson, in Sweden. The basic reason is the, quote, evidence has weakened considerably due to the long period of time that has elapsed since the events in question. Now, in a press release, the Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions there reminds people that the initial investigation, including allegations of rape, started in 2010, so 9 years ago. Then they remind people that once Julian Assange had effectively gone into hiding in the Ecuadorian embassy here in London after breaching his bail conditions while he was being sought by the Swedish authorities, they failed to actually get him to go to Sweden, although it's true that he was interviewed by Swedish officials in the Ecuadorian embassy. So the case, the investigation, was effectively dropped. But then, when he was forced out of the embassy earlier this year and arrested by British police, the investigation was reopened at the request of the complainant. But now the Swedish justice system evidently saying that too much time has elapsed and that the evidence, in their eyes, has weakened too far. There's no prospect of a trial, really. So that's their reasoning.
And Nadim, have we had any reaction from Assange's team?
We have. I just should point out that all along he has rejected all of the allegations, which were never actually brought to charges in Sweden. But now the editor-in-chief of the WikiLeaks website, which Julian Assange helped to found, has welcomed this announcement, saying, "Let us now focus on the threat Mr. Assange has been warning about for years, the belligerent prosecution of the United States and the threat it poses to the First Amendment." So the background to that is that Julian Assange is now in Belmarsh prison here in London, while the British government considers a request from the US for his extradition. He faces allegations of conspiring to break into a classified computer belonging to the Pentagon, and if convicted, he could be jailed for up to 175 years on those charges. Now, all along, Julian Assange has said that his ultimate fear is being extradited to the US, where he says he could possibly face the death penalty. But he has, in some circles at least, received assurances that that would not be the case. Still, his legal team say that he must not be sent. They are saying he should be treated as a journalist and that the case raises serious questions for the freedom of the press. His lawyer, just a few days ago, said his health is significantly deteriorating in prison. The Australian government has said that it definitely won't be stepping in to help and that he should be treated as any other citizens and critics of Mr. Assange say much the same thing, that he knew what he was doing and that he was not acting as any other journalist would have done when he released a whole dump of information without any kind of sifting through it. Big questions in terms of justice, but the case doesn't really change in light of what the Swedish prosecutors have said in the last couple of hours.
Nadim, thank you for that. For now, that is Nadim Barber with all the latest again on that breaking news. Sweden's prosecution authorities saying they will not proceed with the rape investigation into Julian Assange. Thank you, Nadim.